There have been times where sharing my faith has gone really well, and times where it hasn't gone very well. I think about a time that it did go well. I went into a Starbucks to work, and I sat down at a six-top that was completely empty. So just me at this table. There was 5 other chairs open, and the Starbucks was fairly empty at the time. And this woman came in to a fairly empty Starbucks, and she chose to sit at my table. But she didn't choose to sit at the other end of the table. She chose to sit in the seat directly across from me. So if we're talking about invading personal space, she has done that. But the good news is that when they taught me how to share my faith in seminary, like everything went exactly how they told me it would. Like it's kind of an out-of-body experience because we're sitting there talking and the conversation turns spiritual. And so I asked her a question. Has anyone ever taken a Bible and shown you how you can know you'll go to heaven when you die? And she was like, no. And I was like, can I? She was like, sure. I was like, this is incredible. If this is how it goes when you share your faith, I'm in. Sounds great. But then there's other times where it hasn't gone nearly as well. I think about this one time in particular. I'd been listening to a podcast where this pastor shared that he was in a coffee shop and he just sensed that he was supposed to walk up to this guy and tell this guy that Jesus loved him. And I was like, I guess that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be interrupting people's days and telling them Jesus Christ loves them and wants a relationship with them. And so my wife and I, we were living in Austin. We were at a Potbelly getting a sandwich. And I was like, I guess that's the guy who's about to find out who loves him and who wants a relationship with him. And so I targeted this guy. He worked for Potbelly. I guess his shift was up because he started walking out of the restaurant into the parking lot. And so I just followed him out of the restaurant, which sounds creepy when I say it. It was kind of creepy. I tracked this guy all the way to his car, and he has gotten into his car at this point. And I'm like, hey! This guy is like, yeah? And this is exactly what happened. It's exactly what I said, and this is exactly what he said. I said, hey, I just wanted you to know that Jesus Christ loves you and wants to have a relationship with you. And this was his response. I kid you not, this is it. Chipotle? No, not Chipotle. Jesus Christ loves you and wants to have a relationship. It's like, have a good day. Like, I just bailed on it. Here's the thing. When you share your faith and it goes well, it breeds joy and you want to do it more. When you share your faith and it doesn't go well, it causes insecurity and you don't want to do it anymore. And I've experienced both. And then there's times where I've sensed that God wants me to engage with someone and I just don't. And there can be shame there, like I'm not doing something that God wants me to be doing. And I just wonder if you have experienced any of those scenarios. Wherever you're at, like if you're here this morning and you share your faith regularly and you're consistently tapping into the joy that can come from sharing your faith, great, keep going. But if you're here today and you know what it feels like to not want to share your faith because it hasn't gone well and you've experienced that insecurity, or you've dealt with the shame that might come when you feel like you're supposed to be sharing your faith, but you're not. Like, my goal is for everyone in the room to just take a step towards the joy that can come from sharing your faith. No shame, no beating you over the head with obligation. Just, I want to encourage us to all take a step towards joy.
Hey, thanks for watching. To find out more about Houston's First, you can subscribe to our channel or you can go to houstonsfirst.org.